we forgot to do anything about the protest we were at on Labor Day. Cliff Cash, this comedian, he is kind of starting to be a leader of the resistance, and we were there. Idea, sort of smart, expressed in a form of art, can still get some notoriety. And with that in mind, this will be about, the protest was against Fox News and other media that are not taking seriously the fascist threat. Now, I usually don't say Fox News, I just said it as an introduction. But Fox Booze is the worst media. To all decent people, they're anathema. All they broadcast are lies. Their anchors we despise. They're still full of shit after an enema.
Whoa,
it's in honor of Cliff Cash. Maybe he could use
pretty
it
extreme.
Some call it the Fox News faux. That's fake in French, you know. They slant every issue, hoping to fool you. To kiss Trump's ass, they line up in a row. Now, that one was a little bit on the raw side. TJ probably would like it. Everyone get going to protest fake news. Their only purpose is to utter false views. You need to get on board. Let your voice be your sword to cut Fox down and tighten the screws. Now, everybody knows about what's happening to Chicago. Trump is going to send stormtroopers here, or I guess they're called something else.
ICE agents or
Guardia
Nacional.
National Guard made into some kind of policing force that they're not supposed to because of the Posse Comitatus law. Anyway, a challenge is coming to Illinois. Trump isn't sending troops to just annoy. The idea, of course, is that by sheer force, he'll steal the election with some ploy. Okay, now we'll get to the main work that I prepared. Many of you know this book, 1984. This is my dog-eared copy from high school when I think it was required reading. I don't know if it's required reading now, but hopefully you've all read it, and hopefully maybe people will start reading it again. The title of this poem is Orwell Was So Right. If we don't stand together, all of you know, like Franklin said, to a bad end we'll go. This great work, 1984, should be our Bible or a cautionary tale to avoid the worst debacle. Don't need anything about those Amalekites, one of Netanyahu's genocide delights. Put our faith in the great prophet Orwell, who has painted the picture of a modern fascist hell. And if you follow the real news, you know the score. We're deep into the path to the book 1984. For dear leader and his subjects know no floor, who blindly obey the dictator they adore. The big bad bill had many provisions. It's hurting many voters who made bad decisions. Definitely Latins whose relatives are being caught in the kidnappings the vicious winners have wrought. The fact that so far mostly brown people have been hurt should not give relief. We need a national alert. And some white people, especially students, have been deported by villains quite intense. Even elites have been direly threatened. If Trump in his vengeance their fate has reckoned, the rule of law is being trampled underfoot. Meanwhile, truth and facts are pulled out by the root. In addition to the lies, tariffs are good for you. Databases are destroyed, leaving not a clue. Information, particularly on global warming, that could be even deadly, and reducing storm warning. And Trump even fired the head of the BLS. And this poet, at least, is calling out BS. The lady that ran the stats for the Labor Department, jobs gained or lost, and more data, quite important. It might be a trial to see if the business world cares. So far the jury's out, no real selling of shares. This man now wants to control the numbers. Well, that would allow him to cover up his blunders. Speaking of which, the foreign trade's a mess that would take a magician to address. Meanwhile, those tariff taxes are about to really hit, so far companies have covered, lest Trump have a fit. But if he controls the computing machine, the resulting inflation he could make unseen. In 1984, the government controls the facts. Hey, they could cover up any Eurasian attacks. And we've always been at war with Eurasia, haven't we? Or, well, anyway.
And next week
I
we've always
guess
been
we
at-
have a truce with Eurasia now,
Yeah,
and
with
maybe
Eurasia.
East Asia too. Maybe we'll all become dictatorships.
And then we'll have always been at war with East Asia.
Trump could make you think the coffee from Brazil was first rate. No matter if it fucking made you ill. It'd be like Winston Smith at his slavish desk, just making shit up at Big Brother's behest. In short, that kind of shit has already hit the fan, since the country's putting all in charge of one man. We're on a conveyor belt to dictatorship, one cog of which was to be the district rigging jip. That's what I call it, district rigging. Most are still calling that gerrymandering, the stealing of House seats Trump was commanding. It could have been curtains. Texas bowed to Trump's finagle. California is trying something, at least they didn't fail. So if the smart voters there say yes in November 4th, the stupids will say no, they like the word surf. The passage through is not all a sure thing, and more treachery is in gear to make Trump a king. Democrats and all people have to really engage, as if your life's at stake. Generate that rage. The next election, even if held, may be the last. Victory is needed, or the future may be cast by dice that will forever be turning up despot. We'll all be reduced to be in Winston's spot.
Winston.
In 1984, remember, he ended up dead, shot by a fascist goon in the back of the head.